Hi, welcome. This is Dr. John DeMartini. This is one of the most amazing and inspiring shows that you can listen into. If you want to be on the edge of your seats, if you want to open up your heart, if you want to expand your mind, and you want to meet incredible people, stay tuned because you're just about to experience a transformative radio show that will change your life. And you're listening to the Dr. Pat Show that's coming up right next.
The following audio is via a Skype call.
Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. Talk radio to thrive by. Powerful, inspiring, and coming to you live, bringing you stories of people like you and me, busting through and living life full out. Get ready to dare to wonder what your life would be like if you knew you could not fail. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's so great to be connecting with all of you. Welcome to, wow. I just got a frog right there, Benny.
Need a minute?
Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. Welcome to Transformation Talk Radio. I got like a little frog here because Glynis McCants is on the show today.
Well, that means you're going to be talking up a storm, so you might want to wet that whistle a little bit more.
So I'm going to let her talk up this.
Yeah.
That's what I like. For those of you out there, please take our call-in number today. We're going to be busy. 1-800-930-2819, 1-800-930-2819. And for those of you, Glynis McCants is coming to town. She's coming to the town. She's coming to the Seattle town. It's going to be at East West in Seattle on the 24th and then East West Seattle on the 25th. She's also scheduling live readings with everybody. We're going to tell you how to get plugged into all of that, how to check out what the event is all about. But today, get ready for this. Numerologist, right? That's putting it mildly when I introduce Glynis, right? Glynis McCants proves there's no such thing as a stranger when she's got your number. Well, you know what? What does it mean to get our numbers? We're going to take a journey with her, the author, best-selling book. Glynis has your number, also the creator of the Numerology Kit. She is somebody that has really launched out into the world, the individual reading chart. You name it. If it's about numbers, it's about Glynis. That's it. End of the conversation. So what does Glynis believe and what does she share? Numerous radio shows, television shows, things that taking this message out into the world, the science of numerology, and she helps people all over the world understand how this works. That's what today's show is about. You know, whether you've heard her on Coast to Coast or you've heard her on, or you've seen her on Dr. Phil, it doesn't matter. It's the conversation of why do you need to know the best of the best, what your numbers are telling you from the numbers lady. So today, fasten your seatbelt, but if you want to get some insight into the show, into what's going on and how numbers work, 1-800-930-2819. And we're going to be telling you about the upcoming event. Glynis, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here.
And it's great to be here. Hi, honey. How are you?
Awesome. Hey, before we jump into these questions, can you tell folks about what you're going to be doing in Seattle? Because that's exciting.
Yeah, it is, because I have not been in Seattle for a couple of years, and I got this note from a gal at East West Bookshop saying, hey, do you want to come teach a workshop? And I thought, yeah, I do, because I love that audience. I find people in Seattle are very, very open to learning. You know, they don't want to struggle. They want to feel good about their lives, and that's where I come in. Yeah. So let me tell you what happens on Friday. I'm just doing a 90-minute presentation where I literally do There's No Such Thing as a Stranger When I've Got Your Number. And it's going to be very powerful. I'm going to read people sitting in those chairs. So you want to sit up close if you want to be one of those people grabbed, right, for the reading. Yeah. And I just explain how to apply numerology to your life. And then the next day, Saturday from 11 to 3, I'm doing a very intense, wonderfully action-packed numerology workshop. We're going to focus on how to read a chart, like a numerology blueprint of who you are, how to understand who's toxic to you, who's compatible to you, and what do you do when toxic energy comes your way? Like, how do you get rid of it? And that's where I can give you tools to stop it so it doesn't hurt your life. And I'm also going to cover financial stuff like prosperity. How do you manifest more of it? Your health. How do you have more control over your health? So it's everything. Yeah. And then Sunday, I'm just doing 4 in-person private reads. So the lucky 4, we don't know who they are, but they're going to be blessed to get the read because, as I say, Pat, if I've got your numbers, you can run, but you cannot hide.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and then what's the best way for people to schedule those readings? And I'll give that information. Is it to call your office?
Yeah. Well, they can
Cool.
call, yeah. It's a toll-free number, and it's 1-877-686-2373, 1-877-686-2373. That's for Sunday's private read. Otherwise, it's all about the East West Bookstore. If they go to numberstudy.com and click on the media page, I have a link that brings them directly to East West Bookstore to sign up.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things I want to say about today's show is, for those of you that are calling in, it's important for people to know what they should be given to Penny, or when they go to Transformation Talk Radio and they type in and they say, hey, I want to know about this. What do you need for this, Glynis, for folks?
Well, what I call radio, it's fast food numerology.
Yes, it
because
is.
we do not have time to dissect the way I would in the workshop. However, it is still accurate because the birth numbers are the most sacred. So I need the full date of birth, and I need the first name they go by. And if it's a relationship question, I would need both, like the names, first names of both, and the full dates of birth, just for me to see the compatibility.
Right. Like for me, my full name is Patricia, right?
Yes.
Nobody calls me that. Maybe Linda once in a while when I'm like acting crazy.
Right.
And then for everybody in the show, Dr. Pat, for people and even the listeners call in, Patty. So they just need to be clear about what is it that I'm called. And it may not be what it's on the birth certificate, right?
That's correct. So, on that note, I do have all your information. So I'm going to say a couple things. What is numerology? Why does it matter?
Yeah, let's talk about
Numerology,
that first.
It's a science of numbers. It's 2,500 years old, and Pythagoras was the one who came up with the system that the belief was everything in the universe has vibration, and he was able to he put like traits to each number, the basics being 1 through 9. So when I look at someone, the name has 3 numbers, the birthday has 3 numbers. Those 6 numbers give me a numerology blueprint of who you are. So when I looked at your stuff, because I did talk to Linda and I got the birth certificate name, which would give me your destiny number, but then I looked at the names you go by because that's the vibration you put out today. And then the most sacred is your actual birthday. So going to just your birthday, to be clear, you have the master number 11, which means, you're really hard on yourself. You just never stop. It's very multitasking. It's like you try to relax, and then there's a voice going, but what's next? What are you doing? What are you doing to make it happen? That's an inner voice that you have, and it's very strong. It also means double 2 is intuitive. Like you meet someone and go, I love this person. They feel good to me. But you meet someone else and say, okay, that person kind of drained me. You feel it quickly, and you have to trust that so that you make better choices with the people who are invited into your life, your private life.
Yeah.
And then attitude number is 5. 5 means celebrator of life. So where's the party? You actually are the party.
That's
you
funny.
can just carry party hats with you, Pat, and throw it anywhere you want. Because the 5 means you love life. When people make an effort, you go to a beautiful place like a nice hotel, or let's say someone throws a nice dinner and it's just beautiful. You're so grateful. It's simple stuff like that just makes you happy.
Yeah,
and then your destiny is number 1, and 1 means you strive to be number 1 at what you do. Like you're very focused on, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to give my whole heart. I want to be excellent. I don't want to phone it in. You don't like the idea of just phoning it in. And then when you take that 1 and the 2, there's a maturity number. It kicks in once we hit our 40s on up, and yours is a 3. And 3 is here to motivate and uplift other people. Well, gee, what do you do for a living?
I'm on radio.
No, honey, you motivate and uplift people for a living.
And, it's interesting you say that because I did not sign up for radio. I didn't wake up one day, Glynis, and say, oh, put me on radio.
No.
Really? I mean, I'm a girl from the Bronx that stuttered most of her teenage years. So that wouldn't be. But I did say I wanted to reach 1 million people and help them live life full out.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the only way to do that is through mass communication. And that would be radio, that would be TV, but it would not, you can't do that one-on-one. That's why, like, even when you do a session, anytime we do a reading, that's very special because you really can't do that. If you're going to reach millions of people, you have to communicate in a way where millions can hear you. So radio really is a good avenue for that reason.
It's interesting you're talking about this because we have the launch of the first phase of a new technology tomorrow. It's been a 2-year journey. to build out a network that has technology that literally doesn't exist today in media. And because we're not really media people, we didn't say, oh, let's make something media. We said, how can we meet the needs of the people that are listening and the people that are talking? And so tomorrow is the launch of one little teeny footprint of that. And, I never thought in a million years, I mean, if I look back at my life, that I'd be able to sit here and say, okay, great. In about 4 months, we're going to be launching 10 channels with a technology where anybody on the planet can come in and do a radio show and post everything they're doing instantaneously to social media. And, this is a great team here. But what is it about, our lives that even with the best reading we get from Glynis McCants, even with the best, we could run the risk of really messing up, or maybe not?
Well, here's what it is. There is a positive and negative side to every number. So what you need to do is spot when you're going down the wrong road.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and we do that. And if we don't know, like that's why the knowledge is so powerful. If you don't know that you're gone negative, how can you stop it? You say you're just down the road. As a matter of fact, there's someone on my mind today that I just discovered is very much on the wrong road. I won't say who it is because that wouldn't be fair to them.
Right.
But the thing is, I had warned this person a year ago about what to avoid, and yet they fell in. They fell right into what I said. You don't want to do that. So that's why I'm saying sometimes you have to smack your head before you learn, and it's unfortunate. In your case, though, Pat, I would say with your double two, it's not comfortable to hurt. You're like, I don't want to hurt. I want to be happy. I want to have love in my life. I want to feel that the people in my life are loyal and kind to me. So if you don't want the drama, you happen to have a 5 attitude. You have a 5 attitude, which means even if you wanted life to just be easy peasy, there is a little drama everywhere you go, just a little. And you have to make a note and say, I'm not going to fall in, right? Because it's always a choice. Do I engage that energy or not? Or do I go quiet? And because you are a natural communicator, your power is when you go quiet. Because people will panic. Why is she quiet? What's going on with her?
They really do. Isn't that so funny you say that? We're going to talk about that more when we come back from break. Because if I go quiet, like even something as, maybe I haven't given Linda a jingle in about, like the normal morning time, I will get a Skype, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Right? So going quiet for me is a place I love because I really am an introvert. But when I go quiet, especially if I'm at a networking event, people are like, what the heck is wrong with that one? She talks on air all the time. Let's take a short break, everyone. We're taking your calls. 1-800-930-2819. Mr. Benny's been busy already. Glynis McCants in the house, and we will skip one of these breaks if we need to for sure because we are taking your call. You know why? It's all about the numbers. We'll be right back.
The world loose. You don't get money. Mr. Worldwide. But I do. You don't get them girls loose. You don't get the world loose. You don't get money. But I do. I bet y'all having a good time out there.
Tune in to The Jen Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jen is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JenRoyster.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Tim Darter.
And I'm Steve Kramer.
Join us on Spirit Fire Radio. Discover how to add the mechanics of meditation to your day.
And watch yourself connect in a whole new way. Find the amazing moments in life's routines that often pass us by. Add to your awareness with Spirit Fire Radio.
Tune in each Wednesday at 9 a.m. for your weekly guide to practical mindfulness. And to learn more, visit www.spiritfireradio.com.
Get ready to rid yourself of all that is weighing you down and holding you back from living the life you want for yourself. Coming Clean, The Art of Transparency with Catherine Moss is a hit show for women in recovery who are ready to live life on purpose. Tune in and let Catherine help you live your truth one day at a time. Live each Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Transformation Talk Radio is dedicated to the education and awareness of Lyme disease.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Lyme Talk Radio. I'm Dr. Pat, joined here by
Dr. Nusheen Darvish.
Dr. Pat Basili and Dr. Nusheen Darvish will be bringing the most innovative, groundbreaking information, research, treatment innovations, and stories from those it affects every day.
I'm so excited to be talking about this.
We have so much to share.
Dr. Darvish and I are planning to do is connect the dots.
People suffering with all sorts of chronic diseases, it's time. It is time for them to transform.
Tune into Lyme Talk Radio and help keep our mission strong.
For the loyal listeners out there that have been listening to this incredible show on Lyme disease, we are not going to let you down. We're going to come through stronger and enrich the platform for Lyme disease awareness through Lyme Talk Radio. The message will continue, the conversations will become stronger, and the healing epic.
Awaken to your radiant, authentic self. For over 15 years, Soul Purpose Advocate Nancy Monson has been focused on leading change in the lives of those looking to live their true purpose. She is devoted to supporting people in living a soul-directed life every day. Let Nancy help you overcome fear, worry, and doubt. Visit everydayspirituality.com to learn how Nancy can be your Soul Purpose Advocate.
The Doctor is in. Tune in to the hit show, The Psychic Love Doctor, with host Deborah Lee. Deborah's life-affirming, highly perceptive reading method has taught Deborah how to zero in on specific problems with relationships, career pursuits, and current roadblocks to success and happiness. Join Deborah Fridays at 2 p.m. Pacific, and for a special broadcast the second Thursday of every month at 11 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Hey, everybody. Glynis, McCants in the house. I'm Dr. Pat. You're listening probably on the Dr. Pat Show, Transformation Talk Radio, any one of our affiliates. Many of you listen, and you're not even sure how you're listening because, honestly, we're not sure how you're listening either. We just know you are. We've gotten emails from all over the world, and please feel free to send them if you have things you want to hear more of, if you want us to change things. You guys already commented on our new look on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Send an email to info@the Dr. Pat Show, and you know what? We listen. We actually listen. Glynis is somebody that listens as well. We're taking your calls here. Mr. Benny is connecting. But before we do, I would like a little reminder here, Glynis, about how busy you are going to be this weekend in Seattle.
Coming to Seattle, and it's going to be great. On Friday night, I'm doing an event. It's like a 90-minute lecture just to prove there's no such thing as a stranger, and I've got your number. So it's definitely empowering for the people. And if they sit up close, they will be read. And, the thing is, Pat, I want to make this clear. I am very psychic when it comes to numbers. If I've got your numbers, you're not going to be able to trick me. I see who you are, and that's why it's such a powerful event for people. And the next day I do a 4-hour workshop. We're going to cover everything: how to read a numerology blueprint, how to understand the people in your life, how to spot who's toxic to you and who is not. Also looking at health and prosperity, because people so often have issues with both. And then Sunday, I'm going to do some private in-person reads, and people will be able to give us a call on that.
I love it.
That's what's happening. So it's going to be great. Really great.
Yeah. And today for the shows, so all of you know, these are mini. These are little mini sessions.
Yes.
And so
fast food. These are appetizers.
Appetizers.
Yes.
Mr.
And I wanted
Benny.
to continue one thing about you, Dr.
Yeah,
Pat.
okay.
I wanted to say that because you're in a personal year 5, and that happens to be your attitude number, how does that work? Your birthday is December 11. 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 5. And the world number is 9 this year, 2016. 2 plus 1 plus 6 is 9. You add those numbers together and reduce it to one digit to determine your personal year. So 9 plus 5 is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. You are in a personal year 5, and 5 is a part of you. The downside of it is that sometimes it'll feel out of control, and it's moving too quickly. It's like, whoa, how did it get to be June, right? Isn't that how you feel?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's moving really fast.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I'm shocked because it's almost July.
That's right. And so it's a very quick moving, but here's the good news. It's like if you were in the water and it was red tide, if you relax, you're safe. When you swim or fight it, you can drown. So as you just relax in this water, whatever it may be, there's always a payoff by year's end. That's literally what that year is about.
Oh.
And it's also a year to take care of you. Like stop, take a little trip for yourself, get a massage for yourself. Just do things that pamper yourself because it's not a year where you can control a lot of things. You can't. So you got to just get back to taking care and loving yourself more.
I love that because you're absolutely right. I mean, I let go earlier this year. The sort of deadline we had for, which we made up, by the way, for a new technology. So all of a sudden made up some fictitious date that it needed to be done. And when the date came, it was like, why am I so stressed? Oh my gosh, we made our own date. What am I doing? It's going to get done when it gets done, and it'll be done fantastically.
Yeah, that's exactly true. So it's like surrendering and trusting.
What a relief. Mr. Benny, who do we have?
Yeah, we'll start things out with Danae calling in from Snohomish. Danae, welcome to the show. What's up?
Hello. I would like to get a little more clarity. I'm at a spot in my life where all of a sudden have made some big life changes. I'm not working, and I don't really have job to go to every day like I have for years and years and years, and I'm feeling kind of at loose ends with myself.
Okay, it's real important to me, Dr. Pat, that I get that full date of birth the minute they're on the line. So if Benny has it, that'd be great to just go, this is blank and the birthday is blank, because then I can start looking at that before she says anything about her life.
All right,
so, good. What is your full date of birth?
March 29, 1952.
Yep. And then what was the first name you go by?
Danae.
You're going to have to spell that.
I will.
Yep.
Is it Dannae? Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Dannae?
Is that really your name, or did you come up with that name?
Is that really your name? Danae?
Danae, are you there?
Danae, where'd you go?
Hope she didn't put me on mute. All right, I guess we'll check back with her. Oh, wait. Did you get her back? Danae?
Danae, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
There she is.
Okay, cool. Hey, did you come up with that name, or is that really your name?
No, that's my real name.
From
That's
your
her
parents?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Is it in the family?
No.
That's so interesting that they gave you that energy. Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you. You're kind of the opposite of Dr. Pat, and yet the same. And here's what I mean. She's got 2 with a 5. You've got 1-2 with a 5. That's interesting. So it means with you, you're a natural detective. If you feel like you don't know what's going on, you always do the research to find out what really happened. You hate to be in the dark, correct?
Yes.
You also are born on a 2-day. So this is where the battle is. The 2 in you needs love. It's like you really want to feel connected to people, but the 5 in you is like a cat. If someone comes on to a stone, you're out the door, Benay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, I don't want people invading my space. I need to breathe. I mean, you literally are someone that if someone is too controlling over you, you almost can't breathe. It's like, wow, I got to get out of here. And because that's true, you said you're not working right now. Can you go on some trips this year? Can you take some time out? What can you do?
Yeah. I right now what I have a lot of is time. So
well, I want you to take a trip then, because when you have 5 and you're in a personal year of 5, it's a time to get out of your regular space and go on a trip. It means that when you take that trip, you're going to meet people that you were meant to meet. It's like those ones that become your friends for life and you didn't expect, but you have to leave your regular environment to meet them. So I'm suggesting take some trips. It's going to give you more clarity. And starting January 1st, that gives you the power again. You're, in a power number of 6, and the job, everything starts to fall into place again. But right now it's about you, just like I said about Dr. Pat. You just both happen to be in a personal year of 5. The difference is you're a 5 life path. So this is your year to do it for you. Make a difference. Shift things for yourself, Benay.
Yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Cool,
Very
right?
Interesting. Yeah, really. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's really cool because we think sometimes we don't have, and you and I were talking about this during the break.
Yeah.
You know, we think that we're stuck in a mud. You know,
Yes.
we think that we're kind of like hanging out here and just, you know, not knowing what direction to go. So here's what I'd like to do.
And here's the thing with Benet, because she has double 5, she's used to being busy and having a lot on her plate. So for her to not be working and stuff, it's a shift that she's not comfortable with, like it's not familiar, but it's actually a time for her to now do something for herself where she has breakthroughs. And by the time she goes back into a work situation, she's much happier. It's doing more of what she wants to do.
Awesome. So here's what I want to do for everybody out there. I want to make sure that you have our call-in number, 1-800-930-2819. We're taking your calls. I know we had a couple of people that dropped. I know that happens because we're driving around or we're on our cell phone and things like that happen. But that's why we keep opening up the phone lines for all you all out there. 1-800-930-2819. And Glynis, before we hop over to break, what I'd love for you to do is give out some websites for folks so they know how to get a hold of you.
Okay, what they can do is they go to numberslady.com. That's www.numberslady.com. And what's there, if they don't know their life path, don't know their attitude, they can literally go where it says numbers, and they're able to break it down and read about themselves. I've actually laid out explanations. There's also the media page that tells them about the East-West Bookshop events, and they can click on that, and it will give them all the details. If they want to book a private session while I'm in Seattle, Washington, 1-877-686-2373 is the number. That's 1-877-686-2373. And that's an opportunity to talk to me live and in person. So that's what's happening on the weekend. There's another thing I offer. It's the free newsletter. Like when you sign up for my newsletter, it tells you what's in store for each month, Dr. Pat. Like how do we handle the energy of the month and use it to our advantage? And I also have a Just Ask Glynis section where I help you. You could ask me direct questions, and I answer questions of various people who submit them. So it's wonderful. It's all good stuff. That website's alive. It's alive.
It's alive. It's alive. I want to say, Anita, we're going to get your information up here. I've got it right here in front of me. My question to you is, do you have a question? When we come back from break, Anita, I have Glynis, I have her birth date. I have her husband's birth date. I have his name. But Anita, do you have a question? If so, just type it in there. I love technology. Isn't it amazing, Glynis, that here we are doing a show clear across the United States, and we get an email from somebody in Virginia. It's not even an email.
I'm never not astonished, honestly. I'll talk to my sister in New Zealand. She'll shoot me an email. I'm like, wow, that is so powerful. I love it.
My gosh, it's like amazing. We're going to take a short break. Anita, pop in your question or comment or area. When we come back, you're next. Then we'll go to the phone lines. Glynis McCants is in the house, and we'll probably skip that last break. We'll be right back.
Shine On Radio. Find Your Shine with Kelly is the show that celebrates what makes you, you. Join co-hosts Kelly Wadler and Dr. Pat Basili as they break down how to brilliantly fuel and move your body and love what makes you shine. Kelly is a professional arts and wellness coach dedicated to helping brilliant women find their confidence, energy, self-love, and shine. Tune in to Shine On Radio with Kelly and find your shine on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Are you ready to start winning at the game of life? Lynn Brown, host of Get Into It, Winning at the Game of Life, is here to help you reach places and goals that you never thought possible. Lynn is an intuitive healer with a specialized background in financial healing. She combines her intuitive nature and her wholesome approach to financial planning. To learn more about her financial planning services, contact her personally at intuit.com.
Chris Stanis is a spiritual leader and healer and teaches a course on how you can transform your life through a meditation and healing system that will manifest your spirit's dreams. She manifested the Women of Wisdom Conference, the Women of Wisdom book, and this radio show. And she can show you how to change your life too. Are you ready? Visit the website and contact her at voicesofwomentoday.com. That's voicesofwomentoday.com.
I'm Christine Upchurch, and this is a Stellar Reflections Minute. For centuries, spiritual traditions have talked about how humans have an energy field, or aura, surrounding them. Although skeptical scientists refuted this for decades, science is now beginning to catch up with spirituality. Scientists can actually measure light emanating from living beings, so they can measure the human aura, which in scientific terms is known as the biofield. Many medical practitioners around the world use an instrument to evaluate a patient's biofield for the purpose of diagnosing illness. They understand that imbalanced or insufficient light in a person's energy field indicates a physical or emotional problem. The good news? There are ways to balance and increase your light, resulting in greater well-being. For more information, please check out stellarreflections.com or call 425-999-9836. That's 425-999-9836.
Do you want to achieve your goals? Do you want to strengthen relationships with others? Do you want to improve your financial status? Colette Marie Steffen is partnering with Mark Kettenbach to bring you an energetic upgrade online experience. Unfold and develop your full potential. Visit energeticupgrade.com today for more information. That's energeticupgrade.com.
Wow, everyone, we're super busy because Glynis McCants is in the house. Now, here's what I want to say about this here is that we are going to skip the next break because we got 3 callers waiting and we got Anita. But again, before we just go crazy here, Glynis, website, how can people find out about the event? Yes. How can they sign up for readings? Yes. How can they get copies of your books?
Exactly.
All of the above.
If they go to my website, numberslady.com, so it's not the Numbers Lady. So an accountant got that 1 year ago, so it's not mine. But it's numberslady.com. They head on over. They click on the media page. One, it shows a demo of my work, so they really get a sense of how powerfully accurate numerology is. But also they can find out the date, all about East West Bookshop. Friday, I get there. I'm going to do a 90-minute lecture, but it's also interactive. Everyone in the audience will be involved because I'm going to prove there's no such thing as a stranger when I've got your number. Really cool. Next day, we're doing a 4-hour event where I'm going to cover everything. We're going to teach you about the numerology blueprint, how to read yourself, how to read the people in your life, how to spot who's toxic to you so that you don't let them ruin your life or ruin your day, right? Yeah. You need to know that. And also, we're going to look at money, issues, and health. So all of it's covered in the event. And Sunday, I'm doing these live in-person readings, which are very special. There's only 4 available, but they can call our toll-free number, which, by the way, at numberslady.com, that toll-free number is all over the website. So if you don't remember it right now, just go to numberslady.com, 1-877-686-2373, 1-877-686-2373.
Awesome. All right, we're going to be busy. Let's take Anita first, and then we'll hop right over to the phones. Okay, so, yeah, Anita and Louise.
Anita, are you there?
No, she sent an instant
and
message.
Did she ask a question?
Yeah, she didn't give us a question, so maybe we'll go to the phone. Anita, in the meantime, send your question in. Let's go to the phones, and then we'll come back to Anita. Mr. Benny, who do we have first?
All right, Kim from Tacoma, you have the information. And Kim, what's your question, please?
I would just like to know what you see on the horizon for romance for me.
Romance.
Oh, romance. Well, I'm glad you asked that question because you happen to be in a personal year cycle of 2, which is the love cycle, Kim. So now you just have to be proactive. It's not going to land on you. You got to do something about it. Like, are you doing any dating sites? Have you put yourself out there? Are you going to anywhere where you can meet people?
No, I'm newly single, and I'm just now starting to get my toes out there.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you, this is a perfect time to do so. And I did create a CD. I'm going to do a thing and have my assistant set this up, Dr. Pat, 20% off. I'm going to do a promo code for your audience, Dr. Pat, with my CDs and also the readings where they get 20% off just by typing PAT, Because, some people, I don't want them to write out doctor. Just put Pat, and then we know it's you. But one of my CD sets called Affirmations to Attract Healthy Love, I have had over 2,000 people find love through the numbers, Kim.
Oh,
so this is about you getting your mind right, because we can consciously want something, but if our subconscious does not believe it even exists, we will not attract a healthy love relationship.
That's
and
right.
I'm going to say, since you're an 8-life path, you've met some strange people in this lifetime, yeah?
Yep.
I'm telling you, when you're an 8-life path, you're like, was that even a human or was that an alien visiting the planet? What was that? So with that in mind, if we can get your subconscious ready for love, like really open, it's a funny thing. So we can carry ourselves like we're already taken even when we're single. It's a way of protecting. But when you start affirming daily, men actually think, oh, maybe she's available. Like they actually see you again. Because don't you feel like sometimes you're invisible, Kim?
Yes.
Yeah, like they're not even looking. That's because you've shut it down. So the CD set, if you type in Pat, you get 20% off, and you can get this CD. It will change your life in love for sure. No doubt.
All right. I'll do that.
So she's ready for love.
Okay, boy, good for you to get out there.
Yeah,
I
this
tell
is the
you.
year to do it.
It takes a crowbar for me to even think about it, to be honest with you right
but
there.
you know
Good
what?
job, Kim.
Remember, you have a 5 attitude, and the 5 is the cat. So that means if someone comes onto you, it's not comfortable. You can feel like, whoa, what's this about?
Yeah.
She's not like that. What she did was probably got caught up in her work or staying very focused on something else. But because she has a 2 attitude and she's in a personal year of 2, she's now looking at love.
Oh,
and thinking, okay, now's the time.
congratulations on that.
Yeah. And can I talk about the world number 9 for your audience
please.
to help them understand something that's very important about this year?
Thanks, Kim. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Glynis. Tell us about the number 9.
Okay. So 2016, when you break it down, 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 6 is 9. 9 is the number of completion. It means like whatever you've worked on, it's coming to the end.
Yeah.
So for some of us, it's finishing projects. It's coming to the end. It could be lawsuits. It could be relationships. And then for others, it's about leaving this plane of existence and moving on to the next spiritual level, which is not here. So when I think of people like Muhammad Ali, David Bowie, Prince, they're all shifting into another space. They're done here. And, each story is different. Like in Prince's case, I'll tell you why I find him heartbreaking. The man was a vegan living on water, okay? But he had hip problems and was given a drug that was beyond addicting. Now, that's sad because this was not a drug person, Dr. Pat. He was not. But he got addicted, and it turns out that drug he was on was 50 times stronger than morphine.
Wow.
Just think about it. So as far as I'm concerned, I believe a doctor is going to end up in trouble for what happened to him, the same way Michael Jackson's doctor went to jail. I absolutely believe that. So that's his story. But like Muhammad Ali, as we know, he was suffering with Parkinson's for a long time. Yep. He was a 7-life path, and 7s are here to find their faith. Well, he had faith. And think of all those thoughts for the day he left behind, Dr. Pat.
Yeah.
His thoughts for the day were profound and beautiful. So this was his time to pass. And then David Bowie, same thing. David knew he was sick for 18 months, but he kept it a secret, which, by the way, I think he should. It was his moment. It was private. Because once you're a superstar who's sick, who wants the energy that comes after you with that? So he did it right. And he even released, on his birthday, January 8th, he released a new album and was dead 2 days later. And that album is amazing. Like, the lyrics are haunting and beautiful.
Yeah.
But it was time.
He is amazing. David Bowie, superstar. And, by the way, he did a video of his early years, which were incredible.
And by the way, I wrote these pieces.
I wanted to be David Bowie when I grew up.
He's remarkable. Well, you've got to read my piece. I researched these men and then told you by the numbers what happened. Wow. And I will get a copy to you because when you read about it, it's going to blow your mind about David Bowie. There's going to be things in there you never knew that are awesome. But the point is, that's what this year
Mr. Benny,
is.
we're ready to go to the phones again. Who do we have?
Sure, let's take Jean from Kirkland. Jean, welcome to the show. What's your question, darling?
Hey, Jean.
Hey, thanks. Hey, I really want to shake it up this year, and I know it's year of endings, as you said, so I'm looking to end some significant things. I feel, though, that I get like 80%, 85% of the way on my big new ideas, and then I need some help, and I have a little trouble bringing in the help and finishing.
You have a little trouble bringing it home.
Yeah, but here's the thing. this year you actually have an excuse for that. And I say that because you're born on a 2 and you're a 4 life path. Now, here's what the 4 loves to do. If they can't do it perfectly, they don't want to do it. So you have a perfection streak problem, and you don't like to fail, do you?
Well, I've had plenty of experience, so it's clearly a life lesson for me.
Well, it's your life path, and life path means life lesson. But the truth is, I always say put on your Nikes and just do it. You're one of those. It's time to just put on the Nikes and do it. Now, in your case, you happen to be in a personal year of 5, as was Dr. Pat and some other gal. The problem with that cycle is you can feel scattered. It's the opposite of your 4 life path, Gene. So, again, when this happens, it's now time to have your outline. Like if you want to accomplish anything this year for the rest of the year, you have to write it down. You have to make a list of what you're trying to do and mark it off as you go, or it's not going to get done.
Okay, so write a list and tick it off one at a time.
You
and
have to.
What I really meant to say was reaching out for help, H-E-L-P. Like sometimes I can't do it all, right? And I'm a perfectionist, so I need to let go. But when I need help, how can I bring that in?
Well, the thing is, again, that believe it or not, ego is playing a huge role in that. This goes back to like when you get up and speak. You know, some people get up and speak and go, oh, my God, do I have something in my teeth? Oh, my gosh, what is the audience thinking? Do I look stupid? Yeah. You're kind of like that, Gene. You know, instead of just going, you know what, this is bigger than me. When we have a seed planted inside us, that we have a dream and a goal, it's bigger than us. So if you look at it that way, then it won't be hard to ask for help or find the right people. It's when you try to control it. Controlling doesn't work. Not when it's a seed that's been planted. Like, what is the plan? What would you like to do?
Well, I'd like to set my husband free from our marriage, and I'd like to move more boldly into the metaphysical realm.
You'd like to set your husband free from the marriage? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, that's what she said. So guess what? You will not be able to do that this year, Gene, because the cycle of 5, it's not the time when we change the job. It's not the time we end the marriage. However, January 1st is. You're in a cycle of 6. You can do what you darn well please, Gene. So now I want you to get ready. Write your outline of how to do this, because you will let him go. He needs to go. It's not healthy what you have. And you know what else, Dr. Pat? 4s are the soldiers of love. She's a 4, so she's used to being committed. Like, I made a commitment, I'll stand by it, but she's not even happy. True, Gene?
Right. I do get caught up in commitments, and I'm trying to do freedom for everyone.
Yeah, January 1st is a shift for you to actually end that marriage. But for now, let's take some classes. Let's read some books. Let's get ourselves empowered and ready to do it.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Perfect.
You're welcome.
Super. Have a great day. Mr. Benny.
We will now take Pam calling in from Brookings, Oregon. Pam, hello. What's your question?
Hello. I just have a general outlook for things for me.
Okay.
With my.
All right. So, Pam, what I'm going to say about you is because you're born on a 4-day and you're a 1 life path, it tells me that people think they know you and they don't have a clue. They really don't know you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my goodness. Here's the deal. The 4 is this very outspoken energy. Like one of your deal breakers is a liar. If someone's dishonest, it's best to let them go. Because if you let them stay in your life, you can't help but keep thinking, that person lied to me. They betrayed me. True?
True.
Yeah, you can't let it go. And that's because you're very cerebral. You know, the numbers 1, 5, and 7 are the mind numbers. They're the ones that are, when something's bugging them, they have to find ways, like yoga, meditation, anything to get out of their head. And 1 means full speed ahead. Like 1 is the spontaneous, let's get it done. But the 4 is the one who says, I got to plan it out first. Well, you have a 4 and a 1. That's called duality in your personality. That's why people don't know you. You're actually complicated. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree, yes.
Because it's true. Well, I wasn't talking to anyone but you. I wasn't talking to Dr. Pat about you. I was talking about you. But here's what's good, too, Pam. Key for you is sense of humor. You got a 3 attitude. If you can find ways to laugh, it's all good. So if you feel frustrated or depressed, put on music that makes you happy, watch a movie that makes you laugh, and you're fine again.
Right.
Yeah, that's you. And you're in a cycle right now of 3, which means you got to get in tune with the inner child. What are you doing right now that's playful or fun this year?
What are you doing?
Well, I really am getting into my gardening. I love gardening.
Okay. You know what's interesting about her saying that, Dr. Pat?
Yeah.
The number 4, when they get with the garden, like when you put your hand in dirt, you're happy. It's like they're grounded, literally. Nature's beauty has a very calming effect on you, and also bringing beauty into the world. You're the one, if you see a sunset, you get lost in that beauty too, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So I love that you're doing that, but what can you do to kick it to another level? Could you help other people landscape?
Oh, I probably could.
Well, so probably is someone who hasn't done what is a natural gift. I would say this to you in your numerology. You know how to make things look pretty. You have a very critical eye, but in a good way. Like you could look at a home and say, wow, if they just did their yard this way or, put flowers here, it would look better. So why don't you open yourself up to considering that? Because how much fun would it be to make things more beautiful? It means a lot to you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. That's called fast food reading. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much. Thanks, Pam. Thank you. Wow, Benny is super busy today. Before we jump to the phones again, one more time, if you could, Glynis, website, give folks the dates out for Seattle again, and let them know how they can find out a ton about you.
Right. So, again, if you're listening right now and you're thinking, gosh, I don't know, can I go this weekend? The answer is yeah, you can, because life is about you making choices for yourself. And, by the way, that's why I'm coming. I'm coming out there to help people in person. I'm going to be at the East-West Bookshop on Friday. I'm doing a 90-minute lecture just proving there is no such thing as a stranger when I've got your number. And Saturday, it's a 4-hour workshop. We cover whatever's going on with you, how to read your chart, how to understand you, how to understand the people in your life, and then looking at the financial side of your life, like how do you create more prosperity, and health, looking at health. So that's all on Saturday. And then Sunday, I'm going to do 4 in-person readings. So when they go to numberslady.com, they go to my media page. It tells them all the information about this workshop. Also, the toll-free number is posted all over the website, numberslady.com, and they can call to get one of those private readings with me. Again, there's only 4 spots, and Dee, my assistant, will help them with that. And also, the promo code today, PAT, just P-A-T. If you're listening to the show, you want to get a read that tells you about you, individual reading or a soulmate report. That's a chart comparison. Just type PAT and get 20% off. And CDs. If you're having financial stuff, I've got a CD for that. Or love. The gal that wants love right now, but she has to get her subconscious in alignment with that. Type in PAT, 20% off.
I love it. Mr. Benny, you pick. Who do we go to now?
All right, well, let's travel to Utah. We have Lori standing by, and her birth date is July 2nd of 1960. You got that down
and it's
there?
L-O-R-I,
L-O-R-I, correct. So, Lori, welcome to the show, and what's your question?
I really don't have a question. I'm just so excited to be able to talk to you guys. I just want to see what you see.
Okay.
Lori,
right, so
you got some rockin' energy, girl.
I'm so excited.
You got some rockin' energy. I don't know what Glynis is going to say, but, you started to talk, and I'm like, I know her.
You know why you said that? Because she's born on a 2-day just like you, Grasshopper, so you do know her. See?
Chills.
Yes, when you hear sound that's your vibration, they make sense to you. But Lori,
Totally.
let's go into you. You happen to be in this personal year of 9, so remember that means bringing things to completion, bringing things to the end. Go ahead.
I'm just so excited.
Well, I need you to hear me so you can help me on this one. Ready? If you're in a personal year of 9, and it's about bringing something to completion, tell me what it is you've been working on that you'd like to end. Tell me what it is.
I hate to talk about it because it splits the energy.
Okay.
I want to open up a business.
Okay. Oh, you want to start a business?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what you're going to do. When you go into the new cycle, January 1st, it's the cycle of 1, which puts you in your driver's seat and you go full speed ahead. But whenever you want to start a business, you got to get all your paperwork together. You got to plan your strategy. You got to interview people and decide who's going to be a part of it, if anybody. You see? That you should be working on right now. And then towards the end of this year, you can move forward for the opening of what this business is.
Nice.
Uh-huh. And the other thing I'd say, your life path number is a 7. 7 is considered spiritual. Like when you get it to the point of let go and let God, that's when you're happiest. And as I said about one other caller, nature replenishes you, doesn't it? Like when you're around nature, don't you feel much better?
Yes, I moved out of a big city into a little country-type town.
Yes.
With no freeways.
No. The more you're with just nature, the happier you are. And I don't know if you ever considered writing, but with your 2 and 7, you have it in you to tell the story. You have stories to tell, Lori.
I know I do. I just don't type.
Okay, so forget typing. Here's my suggestion. There's a thing called Dragon, and it's something you do on your computer where you talk, and it types for you. So you should look into it. Dragon, just like it sounds.
Out.
Yeah, because then that way you can get the story out, and before you know it, you're ready. You've got a book. And then you
Here's
just need
another
to get someone
news
to edit
flash.
it.
Are you ready? You can actually record it in your phone and send it to somebody to transcribe.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Same thing.
Duh.
And Lori, just so you know, you're in a personal month of 7 in July. So tell me what you're going to do in July. What are your plans?
I haven't even planned anything.
I want you to do something, even if it's local for a weekend.
It's like a barbecue. Aren't you going to a barbecue? Don't you guys? Are you thinking of some kind of barbecue?
No, I haven't thought of a single thing. Oh, maybe I'll go to the hot springs.
But that's what I'm saying. Is there something going on in this town that you just moved in?
Yeah, they do the 4th of July celebration, and then I live in the state of the LDS Mormon faith, and they do that Pioneer Days. So we have a couple weekends.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But I love the idea of the hot springs, though, for you.
That's a good idea.
That's taking, because you know what? The body of water is hugely powerful for you. When you're in water, it has a calming effect, but it also gives you, it makes your inner voice much louder. So when you're frustrated and you need answers, get with water, and the answers come to you. That's true for your 7.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And isn't there something cleansing about the hot water and the hot springs thing?
Yeah.
Is there something? Because I'm addicted to like saunas.
Sure. Well, what it does is cleanse you. It gets rid of all the residue, all that stuff that's on you. You know, from other people, by the way, because you, with that double 2, Dr. Pat, you take on people's stuff. So anything that can clean it off, it's a good idea. Yeah, you know, there's a famous writer. He, you know him. He's written some amazing stuff, like the Social Network movie. Aaron Sorkin. You know him?
Yeah.
Do you know he takes a shower 6 times a day while he's writing?
Oh.
Now, of course, that's not
I can believe that.
But what he's doing is cleaning it off to move on to the next, clean it off to move on to the next. And it makes sense.
Love it.
If you're psychic, if you're intuitive, you care about people, get it off of you. And any water does that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so you got your marching orders.
Yes.
Go march and jump in that hot spring.
And have a great month. But she's got good things in store, for sure.
All right, thank you. Hey, Glynis, I cannot believe the time. Benny, super busy. Thank you. Before we hop off, please, one more time, give out this information. And thank you so much for today. And then I want to ask you, what's your personal message?
Well, my personal message is that you're not stuck the way you think you are. I saw this really great picture of a horse, and he had a plastic chair that he was tied to, and he really thought that thing could hold him. So it's like all these things that make us think are trapped, it's in our head. It's what we believe. So what I'm here to do is help you realize it's not real. It's an illusion, and to unblock you so you can achieve your success, have those goals come to fruition. That's my message. That is my life purpose. And that's why I will be in Seattle at the East West Bookshop helping people all weekend. And also numberslady.com. I have that newsletter where you type in your email. You will find out what's in store for each month. I do counsel. And also Glynis McCants, the Numbers Lady. That's my public page. I pick the best thoughts for the day to keep you motivated and inspired. That's what I'm about. And if they want to get one of those private sessions, the toll-free number is 1-877-686-2373, 1-877-686-2373. And promo code today for readings and also the CD, Dr. Pat. They get 20% off just for listening to the show today.
I love it. Glynis, thank you so much for everything you do. And thank you. Thank you for coming on today.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Benny, we're going to take a shorty, and when we come back, I am fired up today. We have got it going on here. And I'm going to have to schedule time right here with Miss Glynis here. And you're going to have to come back because we got people still sending messages in here. Let's take a shorty, everybody. We'll be right back with the show.
The preceding audio was via a Skype call.